Where can an accountant add genuine value? You're looking at strategic planning first. A good advisor will ask the right questions to help set out the goals and plan over the next 3 to 5 years. This includes loan structuring, entity structuring, and timing of the purchase or sale of assets. Hi, I'm TC and I'm back this week to talk about the annual questions that crops up. Do I need to use an accountant to prepare my tax return, or can I do it myself? And I suppose when we consider this, we probably fall into 3 groups, and I'll step through each of those groups and you can work out from there what's most suitable for yourself. Camp 1 are the straightforward filers. If you have one employer, no crypto, a couple of deductions and perhaps some interest or dividends, most of that information will be pre-filled by the end of July. So if you log into your MyGov account and go through the My Tax section, a lot of that information will be pre-filled by the end of the month and you'll be in a position to step through and prepare your return online. This is a really good function and much better than what it was many years ago under the old e-tax system. In terms of using My Tax, it's easy, it's free and it's fast. Camp 2 are those in the middle ground. You've got your PAYG, but you might have a side hustle, you might have a few deductions or a rental property that you need to process. Many people in this camp can still DIY. As I say, My Tax is far improved from the old e-tax system. At the moment, we have about 63% of Australians using a tax agent, and I really feel that this number should be lower. If people revisited MyGov and My Tax, I think they'd find that it's streets ahead of the old e-tax system, and they're really in a position where they can prepare those returns themselves. And if you're in that middle ground, that second camp there, why would you consider using a tax agent? And I suppose it comes down to a sleep at night test. You get a professional who's going to do a good sense check on your income and deductions, ensure that things are declared at the right labels with the right amounts on both sides of the ledger, the income and the expenses. It just removes that stress off your plate. We then have the third camp, which are the business owners or the strategists. Given that, it really falls into 2 subsets there. If you have a business and or you have other entities, companies, trusts, super funds, you really probably are in a position where you do need to use an accountant and tax agent. The other subset here are those investors planning their next move. For those that want to sit down with an accountant or advisor and really set out a plan of attack, we must see that for those in this subset, it's really important. You're obviously seeing this as an investment rather than a cost. So where can an accountant add genuine value? You're looking at strategic planning first. A good advisor will ask the right questions to help set out the goals and plan over the next 3 to 5 years. This includes loan structuring, entity structuring, and timing of the purchase or sale of assets. And it's important to do this before you meet with the bank or broker or sign on the dotted line. The second reason you might use an accountant here is it's a professional review and good sense check. A qualified practitioner makes sure that every dollar of income is reported appropriately and in the right label, and all deductions are claimed appropriately and again in the right label. If your affairs are complex or there's multiple entities, using a tax agent can significantly reduce your audit exposure. And the third benefit here as well are the extended deadlines that you achieve by using a tax agent. This can really push things out to May next year. And this can be quite beneficial if you have a tax liability and you get another 6 or more months where any tax payable could be sitting in your offset account rather than being paid to the ATO come 31 October. One key thing to remember, regardless of whether you do the return yourself or whether you engage a tax agent, is that record keeping is absolutely crucial. The last thing you want to be doing a couple of years down the track, if the ATO asks a question, is trying to dig through old receipts to find a deduction or remember how you came to your work from home hours or anything like that. It's easy enough now to scan things, to put something in a spreadsheet and save it. Just do that, save it into a particular folder and just keep that there forever. I guess the bottom line is DIY. If your affairs are simple and straightforward, get a cost-effective tax agent to prepare your affairs if you just want peace of mind. That could be an ITP or an H&R Block or something like that. And then thirdly, engage a strategic accountant early. If you run a business or have entities, or are considering investing consistently over a period of years. Keep those records, lodge on time, and remember, the biggest tax wins happen before you act. I'm TC, and that's my 2 cents. Now, before you jump, if you found this useful, like or subscribe and share with anyone who might be interested. The content is for information purposes only. Get your own specific tailored advice. This is not financial advice. I am a poor, simple bean counter and not a substitute for good quality financial advice. If you've got a question or a topic that you'd like me to cover, set it out below or send me an email at tc@tcs2cents.com.au. If you're looking for tailored guidance to boost your business or tax advice or tax results, visit atomicba.au or email us at admin@atomicba.au and see if our team can help you go to the next level.